it's time for another English update on my swim across Sweden. Another week has passed, and the lake, or the water you see behind me here, is Lake Vänern, the biggest lake in Sweden. During the past weeks I've covered the man-made Göta Canal and all the surrounding lakes, tying it all together. This is what really ties the east coast together with the west coast. And you'll see a number of these man-made installations that bridges the water through the height variations that comes down to the different lakes. And these are really 200 years old, and it's one of the major tourist attractions in Sweden. So we're pretty happy to leave this canal behind us. It's been good fun to have all the people around to cheer me on, but the water has been very, very warm, probably above 25 degrees, and there have been a few boats where you have to look up or look back to sight from them. And the water is obviously quite murky. It's clean, but there is a lot of sort of sedimentation in the water. So we're now looking forward to entering Lake Vänern, and this is going to be the biggest challenge of this swim, I guess, because the winds are very wicked on Vänern. It's the biggest lake, like I said, and we're going to sort of touch the eastern seaboard of the lake, and then trying to cross the lake before we enter the natural passage of Göta Älv that brings us down to Gothenburg. So we're up at 450 kilometers right now. There is about, I guess, 160 kilometers to go in less than 2 weeks. I'm in good spirits today. Yesterday was a horrible day, probably the worst day I had during this swim. I basically passed out after doing a few days back-to-back 20-kilometer days. Basically from the first stroke yesterday, I was dead tired, and I had to lay down for quite a while after finishing. But it's quite magnificent the way I recover from day to day. So I'm ready to jump in the water today. Not feeling very strong, but at least in good spirits. So keep following us. We'll do another update after Lake Vänern. Keep following us on our Facebook and on my Instagram and through our website.